In the previous video of this series, we are discussed the fossils, types of the fossils, paleobotany, geological time scale, and the types of fossils. That's a compression, impression, mold, petrification, and the coal balls that we have studied in the previous classes. That continue with the types of fossils, or examples of the fossils are the type study of the fossils. So usually for your syllabus you will have two examples. That's one is Rhynia and another one is the Lepidodendron. First one we look the Rhynia. Rhynia is belong to the one of the pteridophytes, that is Psilotopsida, order Psilotails, the family Rhyniaceae. The example is the Rhynia. This fossils was first discovered by Kitson and the Lang in 1917 in a locality called as a Aberdeen, that is occurs in Scotland. So here, so the material what actually the place is exactly that Rhynia, so that's why they named it as a Rhynia. So there are only two species of Rhynia are found as a fossils. That's one is Rhynia major and another one is a Rhynia guanae vagne. So these two materials are as a preserved as a fossils. That is due to the hard silicaceous rocks. The complete petrification occurs during the lower Devonian period and they form a perfect petrified fossil materials. So first, what are the structures are petrified in this structure? The mainly the sporophyte and the plant body. In the pteridophytes usually the two life cycle will be there, that's the sporophyte and the gametophyte. In that the sporophyte has completely get petrified in the form. So usually if you take that fossil study, the petrified form of the sporophyte is herbaceous in nature. The plant body consists of a subterranean, creeping, cylindrical, dichotomously branched rhizomes will be there and usually upright in position and dichotomously branching. Just to only mention this character by looking at the fossil plant. They are also mentioned that true roots are absent in this type of the Rhynia fossil materials. Sporangia are well born to the tip of the branches either single or in a groove, that is called as a synangia. So in the xylotum generally you will look at the synangia. That synangia condition will also occurs in one of these primitive pteridophytes, that's a Rhynia. And another one structure they are traced out from the fossil, that is the stem. So if you look at the or elaborated this stem structure, the stem consists of the outer epidermis, cortex and the central cylindrical region. The epidermis is a outermost single layer and covered with a thick cuticle and interrupted by the stomata. It is almost just like a xylotum stem. And the cortex, that's outermost layer, there may be 1 to 4 layers of compactly arranged polygonal parenchyma cell with there, and they have the intracellular spaces and inner spherical parenchyma cell with a large intracellular space maintained continuously without the atmospheric through the stomata. Thus might be a cheap photosynthetic structure in that stem region. Thus generally sometime it may be look like a green in color. The central cylinder, that is a protostele, will be there because of this is a vascular plant and it is a primitive vascular plant. That's why you will find the protostele in that. Xylem is surrounded by the phloem. The xylem consists of only trichids with the annular rings and the phloem has the 4 to 5 layers of the thin walled elongated cells with oblique and cell walls. Endodermis and pericycles are absent in these types of the stem. So this is how the structure of the TS of Rhynia stem. You will find the outer epidermis layer in the picture. So ground tissues in the center, that is generally referred as a cortex region, and in the center you will find the stellar region, that's a protostellar region will be there. So this is how the pictures of the Rhynia TS of Rhynia stem. Even theory and practical we will generally find. So this is exactly the petrified form, that's during the fossils. So how actually they had recovered, and this is the structure is showing the Rhynia structure. Okay, so this is how the Rhynia. So I am going to the next one form, that is a lepidodendron. Just I will elaborate this lepidodendron.